All right, guys. This is the Listen Here podcast, Marshall High School's premier podcast. Thank you for joining us. This is episode 3 of our 15 episode season. So this is the show where we talk to interesting people about topics and about questions and tips that your peers or our peers have asked. So today we're going to go to my left first to introduce. I want the student to introduce herself and her grade. Go ahead.
My name is Tillie and I'm in 10th grade.
My name is Aries, I'm an 11th grader.
My name is Jayden, I'm in the 10th grade.
My name is Melissa and I don't go to this school.
TJ and I also don't go to this school. So,
We're adults that
very
just
good.
hang out
We're
here.
adults that get paid to be here. Anyways, so first question that I'd like you guys to respond to is, how do you survive high school?
How do we know that? We haven't finished.
How are you surviving
Yeah.
currently?
How are you not dead yet in this school?
Only on the inside.
Or any school.
Only on the inside.
No, you.
High
you
school in
just
general.
Do your work. You do your work. Make sure you turn in your assignments. Try not to get caught up in the social aspect of high school, which I know can be very challenging.
Yeah.
Just do you. Don't try and like change yourself and try and like be extra and like, oh, I'm gonna do this because this person. No, just do your work, and you will attract the friends and the right people that need to be around you to help you succeed.
I agree. The social thing is something that people do think consumes their life. And it's hard to tell teenagers that, guess what, you guys, some of the things you're going through, not all the things, but some of the things you're going through, you will get through alive and you'll be fine.
And a common thing, just from us being a little bit older, you'll hear a lot of people when they're in their 20s and 30s say, I hated high school. It is a really tough time in your guys' lives, because this is where kids are the most, or people are so insecure, and there's a lot of hating going on. Do the fellas have anything to say on this matter?
Well, I think you should just, focus on work, focus on you. Don't, try to be out there as much, because that's how your name will get out there more. And it could be good at times, but most of the time it either drags you into drama or something. So, yeah.
Where does the drama come from? Like, how does the drama spread?
Okay, certain causes of drama could be, well, I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, I think it depends on your gender. A lot of
Okay.
times drama can be caused because some guy that you don't even know of likes you, but this other girl likes him, so she doesn't like you now because she feels as though you're a threat, even though you don't even know who this person is.
And you might not even like them yourself.
Right.
Interesting. Oh, great answer.
What about social media? Does social media get in the way of, or
People-
does it make it better?
People getting along?
Yeah.
Social media can either bring you together, like I've kind of like met a lot of people through the social media, like, oh, she goes to my school, I'm gonna follow her, and then we like became friends. But social media can also be a tool to kind of like bully you and tear you down. So, I mean, it goes both ways. As long as you're positive, and you'll get that positive energy
Yeah.
back.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Awesome. Thank you, Tillie. Also, we want to invite Quinn, who just entered the room. Introduce yourself, Quinn, because no one knows your name yet, Quinn.
My name is Quinn, and I'm a sophomore.
Thanks, man.
Thanks. All right, cool. Next question. Thank you. I feel like I'm starting to lose some of my friends because we don't talk like we used to. What should I do?
Hey, that's how it goes, really. You, at the beginning, freshman year, you have a bunch of friends. And then they say, by freshman year, you have, the people that you know at the right away.
All right. Okay, that's fair. That's a good answer. There's that feeling out process. That is very true. It is. We're talking about 4 years worth. There are ways where you guys can stay friends the whole time, but it's unrealistic because people come in and out of our lives all the time. It's the ones that last are the ones that you can trust, right? For the most part.
But I mean, you're also growing and
Yeah.
learning about yourself and learning about these other people. And sometimes you don't know that you're falling in with a crowd that you don't necessarily agree with, or your other friends don't necessarily agree with. So there's a lot of elements to it.
Let's tackle the question. What should that person do?
Don't trip.
You think so? So,
Honestly-
well, hold on, let's go. So the one suggestion is don't trip off of it. Tillie, go ahead.
I was gonna kind of say the same thing, but it's like you might do this thing where it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna fall back, and if you don't say anything about it, then okay, but they may be also feeling the same way. So I think you should talk to that person, and after you talk to that person, you bring it to their attention that you're feeling this way, and it still isn't connecting. Then just be like, okay, all right, it was fun while it lasted, and I appreciate you for the time being.
And you could say that you tried, right?
Yeah.
Cool. That's a great answer too. And that's actually a dilemma that's going to happen forever. It's not just a high school thing. People just naturally grow apart
Yeah.
unless you're working on it. You got to work on relationships and keeping friendships. Anyone else have any thoughts that they want to share on this dilemma?
I'm just gonna say that every year, especially in high school, your friend group is going to change. No matter what, it's gonna change.
You guys are all growing.
That's crazy.
It is crazy, but it's actually it's pretty true. That's pretty accurate. Go ahead.
Because our friend group did too at first.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend group changed.
Well, I feel like if you're starting to lose your friends, I feel like the friendship won't work unless effort comes from both ways.
Yeah.
Like, if they're fine with you not talking to them and all that, then I don't think that's healthy. Because while you're over here trying to find out what's wrong and them acting like they don't know what's wrong, that means they're just comfortable with, like, not talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it was that easy for them to let go, they were not your friend in the,
In the
first
place.
place.
Oh.
They had different intentions, honey.
That's
It
true.
wasn't friendship.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, thank you guys all for that one. This is a very interesting one. Here it goes. Should I love a girl that has friend zoned me,
No.
or a guy that barely knows me? So,
You guys all have something to say. You're all
so
reacting.
a friend zone. Okay, what can we do? Can someone define
Okay.
the friend zone? Let's define the friend zone for
Alright.
people that don't know.
It's that
What is no? What's the friend
The
zone?
magical
die
one.
Tillie.
inside.
The friend zone is when you can tell a guy likes you, but you purposely keep on like blocking all of his attempts. Like, say he hits you up on Snapchat, and he's trying to like talk to you. He's trying to slide in, and you're just like, let's start a streak.
Okay.
That's how you friend somebody on Snapchat. So any girls, yeah, here pro tips.
Okay. So that's it. Damn. All right.
Avoiding.
Is this about the friend zone?
This is about the friend zone. So, this person's asking where to put his or her effort, right? Should I love?
No.
No. The friend zone. So a girl who's friend zoning you,
Just
you
stay
should.
there forever.
Okay.
I mean,
I think it's
That's a
interesting
place
that he
of
even
no
named
escape.
that he's in the friend zone. He knows
Yeah.
but like, it's
He or she.
once you like put a lot of effort into one person, it's hard to just like unlove somebody.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
and so it takes a while to like realize the stuff they're doing to you.
Well, what about the stranger? So the person that doesn't really know.
I
The
think
person.
you should just get to know them,
Okay. So he should put it, or he or she should put his focus on.
getting to know them.
Yeah.
Well, he knows the friend zone girl, but he knows he doesn't have a chance. I think that's what's happening here. No, we're good. We don't have any advice for this person.
No, I do.
Or to-
Okay.
Sorry.
So it's like I wish I knew the situation better because I'm
Okay.
like, honestly, if you can fill out and you feel like you can hang around this person more, because there's been people that I'm just like, no, I do not like you, but then I'm like talking to them, I'm like, wait, okay, you're kind of cute, like, yes. So if you know that you can't win this person over with your personality, and you already can answer your own question pretty much,
Then move on.
move on. Find out what the new person's like. This new person may be better for you than this other person.
Okay, so really quick, I want to invite whoever wrote this question, I want you to
Please.
invite us to the next podcast episode, invite you, the next podcast episode, we're going to do this on November 29th. Whoever wrote this, please come join us Wednesday, November 29th. Please come on the show. We need to hear more about your dilemma so we can help you out.
For real. That's
For real, for real.
it.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. Anyone have any other friend zone tips? Or are we going to wait till 2 weeks from now when this person
On
comes
how
on
to
the show?
friend zone somebody?
No,
How
we
to-
don't know. We don't want to do that. We're
We
not
already
trying to
know how to friend
encourage. Yeah, it's easy. All right,
I mean, but it's not your fault. Like,
whoever person,
yeah.
it's not your fault.
No, I
For
mean,
being
like,
friend zoned.
if someone likes you and you want them in the friend zone, that's not your fault.
Oh, it's not a bad
So
thing.
it's like-
yeah, it's just hard.
Yeah,
It's hard.
Not. It's
But it's
just,
saying
We all
like,
want different things.
you win some, you lose some. It's okay.
Yeah.
No, but he said love.
Yeah, love was a very
That's a
strong
very strong
word.
love
Should I
or care?
love the friend zone girl, or be open to loving someone new?
Because it's like, it depends.
Be open to loving someone new. Don't be so quick to love people. That's a very strong. Is it love? Do you care about this person very deeply? Is that what it is?
We'll find out.
Or here's
Yeah.
or
Do
here's
you
what
love
you
the
do.
idea of this person?
I love it.
Yeah.
Or here's what you do. Like, you know, like if like
Use your words. Okay.
All right, Aries.
Well, my experience in the friend zone was like, it's been like a year. And like, it's kind of hard to stop loving a person if they're like around you 24/7, you know? Let's say if they go to the same school as you, it's going to be hard to
But
start
when they
saying no.
transfer and go back to,
We're speaking hypothetically.
That was a shot at me.
so here's a academic question. It's our first one of the day. Perfect. What?
We would like to
Ah,
welcome
yes.
Ms. Banaszek. Hi.
hello, Miss
Banaszek is here. Thank you. Welcome to the Listening Here podcast.
Hello.
So here's the dilemma or question. How do you pass Mr. Harris's class?
Oh, there's no way.
Oh,
That-
hey, love.
Oh.
No. Oh,
We gotta stay
come
positive.
On, positive energy.
No, that class is like a death chat for anybody coming in. I swear.
Def Jam?
Def Jam? I love Def Jam.
Oh, Def Jam.
Yay.
Okay.
I did.
It'd
What?
be funny.
All right.
Don't lie.
I thought that's what it
I
made
did
sense to me.
Def
Jam
Chat.
is
I
a
did
good
Def
movie.
Def Jam. No, I
Def
did.
So
All
you
right.
are you, now can I ask you your current grade?
My current grade,
In his class.
I believe, is a B,
Okay.
which is not okay. I should have an A, but
There's a
we're gonna let that
yes.
go. We're gonna
We're
let
gonna
it go.
accept it and move on.
All
Good.
right.
To
Smile
an
and
A.
wave.
Okay. If I'm gonna be honest, whenever he talks to me, I shut down. I just shut down completely. I just let him speak, and I nod and wait for him to walk away, and I let him hand me my papers. His class to me, it's very much common sense. I don't study for any of the tests. I usually get a 10 out of 10 or an 8 out of 10. So just let him talk. Just let him talk. Don't interrupt him, because then he's going to try and explain and do all the extras that you don't need. Just let him speak. Let him hand you the paper. Take the paper.
I mean,
Do what the paper tells you to do, because he's not telling you the right thing.
What period do you have?
I have 7th period.
And what's your period like? I think I've walked into your class. So that's a class that it's hectic, right? Is that one of those classes?
It's not as bad
Cardi
as my
B.
class.
Yours
Yeah.
is, are you in 6th?
No.
Yeah,
Which one are you in?
yeah, he is. He's
I
in
heard
6th
about- I
period.
heard
I
about the
used
sixth
to be
period
in that
class.
class. That class is
You had to get out of there. Okay.
Talking about they won't
So
let me
you're
speak.
saying, so I want to just try and pare it down. So the best thing to do is just take the work and try and be as logical as possible.
Yes,
Now, what
just-
go ahead.
Just try and complete as much work as possible, because it's highly unlikely that you'll put the wrong answer down, especially because he does a lot of textbook work. Like, so
Yeah,
take the textbook home. Ask him if you can check one out and take it home, and just do it.
sure. Anyone else have any feedback on this question?
I have something to say about it.
Mhm.
We have had a lot of kids coming to the after-school program expressing their concern about their grades in the class. But we do have peer tutors on hand every single day that know the physics and can help with the physics. Mr. Olney's in here too
On Thursdays?
on Thursdays, so there are supports if you do need help
And sometimes it takes a different person explaining it. I think that's the case that we have to do. I've heard a few things, and sometimes it's about focus. I heard that it's a very difficult room to focus in, and that's part of the issue. But we all, we've all been students at some point, and so it's important that we learn how to dig deep and pay attention, even in hectic climates. Okay, from a teacher's perspective, do you have any feedback for the student who's?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm coming, I would say from a parent's perspective. Like, my own kids have had teachers that they just really struggle with. Like, my son's college and career teacher right now, I would say is certifiably insane. So you kind of have to look at the things you can control. You're going to go through life, and you're going to have to deal with people that do things totally what you think is weird. And so dealing with teachers is good practice for that. Now, I would say if every one of your teachers were like that, that would be a different story. But if you have one, I always kind of look at it as like, okay, you got to figure out how to deal with this and how to tweak it so you can be successful. So unless there's like flagrant abuse going on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always tell my kids, you know, you have to adapt and just do what you can control what you can control, and it's good life practice.
And when I want to bring up the word respect, because a
Yeah.
lot of what we hear is staff when students are complaining about teachers, I don't like that teacher. Why are you out of class? I don't like him. I hate that person or whoever. It's important to note that we know that it's unrealistic for all of us to like everybody. That's not real. But you guys do need to respect the people, right, as much as you can. And that includes teachers and students. If you respect them enough, try and behave in the class so it's not an issue. Okay, so anything else on this question, this dilemma?
No.
So our feedback is obviously try and concentrate. Control what you can control, and
Tutoring.
come to tutoring, get help, ask for help, ask your peers for help. Sometimes it takes a different person to explain it. Just trying to make noise. Okay. The next question. How do you talk to a guy you like, but he has a girlfriend?
Oh, no,
Oh,
nope,
love.
stop, no, stop,
Love.
stop. No, wait,
don't.
stop.
Okay,
Stop.
we hit a nerve here.
Stop.
Darling.
Talking about,
Okay.
you don't start, no.
Yeah.
Talking about
Say something.
in any other, like, even if it's flipped, like if you want to talk to a girl, but she's like, it's not gonna work out. Trust me, we've been through this process.
Well, tell us about that one.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I mean, if you've gone through it, maybe you have more insight than
What
this
went
person
wrong?
has.
Yeah, tell us.
A lot of things.
So what was the situation? You don't have to use real names.
Make pseudonyms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you can't do
Or
it.
just give us a little bit
Do
more.
it for the cast.
No, it's too
I'll go.
Okay.
Well, if you talk to a guy or a girl that
It's taken.
is taken, could always go behind the scenes, but that don't mean
That's horrible feedback. I know.
that don't mean
I mean,
like
he's not
shoot
wrong.
flirting texts. You know, you could just be there as a friend.
You just,
But
you
in
gotta
the
play
end,
waiting game.
it still goes bad because their partner still gets jealous and all
Then you
that.
still get the block. The big
Okay.
big block.
First
Tillie's
of all,
got some.
love, I want to help you, but like, in my heart, I know that that's wrong, because it's like, even if you do start talking to this person, they end up liking you, and they break up with whoever they're with for you, you have to remember how you came in. So if they cheat on you, you can't get upset. You just gotta be like, all right, hey karma, peace out. Like,
Oh.
you're not gonna be able to get upset, because how did you come into this relationship?
Yep.
That's very.
That-
I think that's very wise.
point.
Love, that's wrong. Just stop, please.
Girl or boy.
Girl or boy.
And that person's
Love.
gotta have the guts
Love.
to break up with the person before they're gonna be with you.
Yeah, because
Right?
you know you might break up with the wrong person. They might come to you.
And a lot of the times, they may not even like you. Like, say they have like really strong feelings for the person they're with, but they're like, yeah, but I could like sleep with this person real quick.
Oh.
and they could not know. I'm telling you, this happens so much. Like,
It does?
Yeah.
Does it really?
No, okay.
Even
I'll
high
be
school.
honest. How did you word it?
Went behind the
Go
scenes.
behind the scenes. I tried to do the behind the scenes thing
Oh.
when I was a senior in high school. Okay, I don't know, but either way, it wasn't good because she ended up telling the guy, and then we weren't friends for a while.
Yeah.
That one
Damn,
backfired.
that one backfired. But now we're roommates, so it's
No, I-
fine. There, you can win still. Okay,
Just for the, oh, go ahead.
go no.
No, your space.
Oh, go ahead.
It's
No,
your
you were-
space.
No, because I'm like, what about if you're talking to someone like for like over a month, but then
Oh my god, that's
then
such a
they
long time.
finally tell you, oh, I have a boyfriend.
Oh, that's
but
cold.
You should have known.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta
Like,
ask
they don't-
immediately.
no, like you asked them at first, and they're like, no.
Stop looking at Aries like that.
But
So
then,
lying?
but then you're like, oh, she's like, then she'd be like, yeah, I had a boyfriend for like over 5 months. And I'm
Well,
like,
that's
Wrong.
wrong.
Yeah.
That's
That is
wrong.
wrong.
You got
That's on
played.
that person. They played you.
Yeah.
You got played,
They're
son.
leading you on, as
Yeah.
they used to say.
Okay. All right. I'm picking up the weird energy. Last question, and this is I do want everyone to go around. Quinn, we haven't heard from you yet. I do want you to. What motivates you to work hard? Go ahead, Jay.
I would say my family, my mom, my goals,
Your goals?
my passion of going to college. You know,
Nice. All right, popcorn.
Popcorn is my answer.
Popcorn
Popcorn motivates
you.
me to work hard. How did
Butter.
you know? Popcorn with butter.
I could go for
Also
some right now.
money.
Money
Money motivates the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Well, what motivates me to work hard is the future. Like, you don't want to have a bad future, and of course you're going to strive hard. Also, the people around you, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
can we? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Can we give me some shadow credit?
So, like, what motivates me is, like, when I can actually see the work that I'm doing and, like, see the progress it's making. Like, when I'm, like, working hard in a class and I get the grade and it's an A++, and I'm just like, you've succeeded.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Or just being around people who work hard or, like, want better for themselves. That's also a motivation because it's just like, yes, we're all over here flourishing, glowing.
Rising together.
Rising together. Nice.
I would say the thing that motivates me to work hard is I like to be independent.
There you
I don't want to depend on people.
INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that means? Okay. Great job. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of the Listen Here podcast.
That's great.
Good night.
Phoenix Rise.
Phoenix Rise.